Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Poorboys Little Homestead. Thanks for dropping in. Today I'm going to be doing a review and demonstration of hatching quail eggs in this Magicfly Auto Egg Incubator. And when I started this video, I had some issues with my camera. So I'm going to do the first part again here, and then you'll see the clip goes into where I'd already started. But this is the Magicfly Auto Egg Incubator. I got it off Amazon. I believe it's somewhere around $80, $82, something like that. But I wanted something that was small, just for me and my grandson, just to play with. These eggs, I'm finna incubate these quail eggs. They were given to me from a friend. But this is the Magicfly Auto Egg Incubator. 4-star. It's got the digital temperature settings. Got the setting button, and then the up and down where you can adjust your temperature up and down. You can't adjust the moisture control or nothing on here. But the bottom part is called the bottom shell. It's just the clear shell part. Then you got the hatching grid. It just got the little legs on bottom where you set it down in there. And then you got another grid here. It's called the incubation grid. It has two little rails on it that you turn and place them up. Then you have the egg turner tray. Now the egg turner tray, you just set it on top of that grid, the top tray, and it comes with, what is this, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 dividers. And it says you can do 9 chicken eggs and 12 quail eggs, I think what it says, but I had 18 in here and could have put 20. Which you'll see here in a little bit. And anyway, you got dividers here. You can adjust them where you need them. But it says to put a half a cup of water in the bottom. No more than a half a cup of water. You just pour it in the bottom. And I did that. And then I put me a little mark on it to where I could see that water. And before I let it run out of water, I'd open it up every few days and just pour a little water and keep it on that line, because it said not to let it go above half a cup. But when you put the top part on, it's got this little pin here that has to go in that slot on the egg turner. You have to set it right down on that slot when you put it on. And I had this thing set up and running a couple of days before I put my eggs in it. I had a way the temperature could equalize, and I could check it and make sure the egg turner was working. But you ain't gonna see the egg turner moving, it's so slow, but you can mark your eggs. Or I was using a fake egg and I marked it and let it run, and then a couple hours later I'd come in there and look and it'd be done rolled over. But anyway, guys, we finna load her up with these eggs, and we're gonna see how she works. So I'm gonna put my quail eggs in there. First, I turned this thing on and I set it up and had it on and let it run for 2 days, like they recommend, to make sure the egg turner was gonna move. Turn the eggs and make sure it was gonna stabilize the temperature. Better turn that in there sideways so it can roll back and forth. These are Tuxedo quail eggs. A friend of mine give me these eggs, and I'm gonna see if I can hatch them. we're gonna get this thing loaded up here tonight. It would actually hold 20 eggs, but I only brought 18 home with me. And when you set the lid on it, you gotta make sure it's got a little pin under here. A little pin right there. It's gotta set in this. And that's what's gonna move that egg tray there. Setting the lid on there, we're gonna make sure that pin's in that hole. Alright, I got it set there. And the hatch quail eggs. These quail eggs here, I'm finding all kind of different info on quail, but seems like for the tuxedo they saying the number of days is 18 days. Set your temperature at 100 degrees, which I just set because I had it running for 2 days now, just sitting in here running. Which 100 degrees is 38 Celsius. This incubator has a little vent hole right there, but it don't come with no humidity gauge. It just says put a half a cup of water in there. That keeps it between 45 and 50% humidity. But after day 14, you remove the eggs from the egg turning tray, and you remove the grid that it's sitting on, which is the top tray, and you just set your eggs on the hatching grid, which is the bottom tray. You just set them on there until they hatch, which ought to be from day 18, which I was reading they say anywhere from day 16 to 20, but 18 days is what they're saying. But since I had the lid off, it takes it a little while to equalize itself back out, to temperature back up to 100 degrees or 38 degrees Celsius. 100 degrees is actually 37.778 Celsius. So this is March the 8th of 2021. We're going to do a demonstration. First time for me with this little Magicfly Auto Egg Incubator. I'm going to be incubating 18 Tuxedo quail eggs. So we're going to see how this incubator does. Like I said, this is my first time to use this incubator or hatch quail eggs. Now I've used another incubator, and I've hatched chicken eggs before, but I ain't never hatched no quail eggs. And I just wanted to get a little bitty incubator, just something me and my grandson can, like I said, if I can put, I got 18 in there, I think it would put 20 in there. I had 9 chicken eggs. That's the most we ever want to hatch at a time, just playing. But we're gonna see how this little incubator works. See, the temperature's already 37.2 Celsius, so it'll be back to 38 here in just a second. And we're gonna let her sit here for till the chickens hatch, or about day 20. Now the guy who gave me these eggs, his quail just started laying eggs real good again for about a week now. So we don't know the fertility ratio on them. He hadn't hatched any this year since they started laying. But I'm hoping to at least get half of them If I can get half of them hatched, I'll be happy with the eggs and the incubator. Like I say, put it in a spot, and I'm in the bedroom here sitting on the dresser. There ain't no wind drafts or nothing, but they say it's good to wrap it. I just got a towel wrapped around it there to help keep the temperature stable, not be fluctuating. And this is a forced air. It's got a little fan in it. Forced air incubator. Made in China. Model MF014. Well guys, today is day 14. And I'm here with my little auto egg incubator. And it's day 14. It's the day to stop turning the eggs. So we can open her up and show you the next step of this little process. It's been keeping right on 38 Celsius. I keep a towel wrapped around it to keep the temperature stable, and it's been staying stable. In 14 days, I come in here and look, and I don't know if y'all can see. It's just barely water. I put a half a cup of water in here on day 1 when I started it. On about day 7, I added another half a cup of water, and you can see it's almost gone. Something to add another half a cup of water on day 14 here when I removed the egg turner. I'm going to gently set the eggs over here on this tile. Then you remove the egg turner tray. And you remove the next tray here that the egg turner sets on. It's the one with the little guides here where the egg turner runs back and forth to turn the eggs. Now that's where you lay your eggs, but I'm going to put a half a cup of water back in here. Now this little incubator don't come with a moisture gauge on it, so I'm just going by the deal where it says keep a half a cup of water in there. It also says it does up to 12 quail eggs, but 18 of them fit in there. Look pretty good to me, so I'm trying it with 18. These eggs was give to me, so I don't know if they don't hatch. I really ain't gonna know if it's the incubator or if it's the eggs wasn't fertile, but either way, we just gonna see what happens. Alright, we got our water added. Eggs back in there. We're gonna set the top back up on it. So y'all can see it's flashing low. It'll sit here and it'll flash. Every time I added the water, it'll do this until it gets the temperature back up to 38 Celsius. I'm gonna wrap my towel back around it. And then we'll see what happens when they start hatching. Or supposedly in about 4 more days we ought to start hearing something hatch. This is the Magicfly Auto Egg Incubator. Alright guys, this is the Magicfly Auto Egg Incubator. And we on day 16. And you can see we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hatched out. Just hatched out. So these are actually, this is day 16, and it's approximately the same time that I put these eggs in. So we'll check back later and see what's happening. Tuxedo Quail started hatching on day 16 at approximately 4 o'clock p.m. in the afternoon, which is almost exactly 16 days from the day I put the eggs in. At 5 o'clock when I videoed this, it was 5, and now it's 10 o'clock p.m. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hatched. So we're gonna wait in the morning and see how many is hatched in the morning. Alright guys, it's day 17, March the 25th. The next morning about 6:30 a.m. We had 8 last night when we went to bed. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's one more just born. He ain't jumping around yet. So we got one more through the night. Actually looked like just come out. There you go, he just got up. So we got 9. So that's 9 out of 18 eggs, and we still supposedly a day early. I'd say the little incubator's doing good, especially when we didn't even know how fertile the eggs was gonna be since they had just started laying these eggs again, these Tuxedo Quails. So we'll check back in a little later. The baby quails is 5 days old and doing good. Alright guys, so it's March the 29th. This is like a couple hours being 21 days since I put them eggs in on March the 8th at 5 o'clock p.m. This is the Magicfly Auto Egg Incubator we was testing out. On March the 8th at approximately 5 o'clock p.m. I put 18 quail eggs in here. A friend that gave me these quail eggs, I'm not sure, and he wasn't sure how fertile they was gonna be. So his quail had just started laying eggs good again. On March the 22nd at approximately 5 o'clock p.m., 14 days later, I took them out of the egg turner and placed them on the hatching grid. On March the 24th, at approximately 5 o'clock, it was somewhere in the p.m. where they started hatching. That's 16 days later. 8 quail hatched somewhere between 4 o'clock p.m. and 11 o'clock p.m. On March the 25th, early in the a.m. hours, one more hatch, making a total of 9. And I got them out and put them in my little brooder. And I left these other eggs in there till today. This is 21 days. And ain't nothing else hatched. So we finna take this eggs out of this little incubator and we're gonna crack them open and see what was inside the eggs, if they was fertile, not fertile, failure. See if we can look at them and see what they look like. Now with this little incubator, it don't have no humidity gauge. It just says put a half a cup of water in it. So when I put the eggs in that day, I put a half a cup of water in it. And it's clear so you can look through there at your water. And I had a little line I marked on here with a pencil. And before that water was gone, about something, I don't know, 4 or 5 days later, I'd put in some more water and keep it up to that line. It says not to put more than a half a cup in it. So I kept it on that half a cup of water every few days. Just open it quick enough to pour a little water in there. Temperature stayed stable. This thing ain't got degrees, it has Celsius, but I had it set on 32 Celsius. And I had it wrapped with that towel. And anytime I looked at it, it was in my bedroom, so it stayed consistent on the temperature. But we're gonna crack these eggs open and look and see what they look like. That one there had a fully developed baby quail. That one there wasn't fertile. It's just yolk in it. That one there got a baby quail. That one there was just yolk. That 3 had a baby quail. That one was a yolk. And there has a baby quail, but he don't look like he was, something happened to him a little earlier than the other 3. He don't look as quiet as developed in feathers. And that there had a baby quail. So out of 18 quail eggs, 9 hatched. 6 had baby quail in them. When something happened that they didn't hatch. And then 3 wasn't fertile. So I'd say as far as his quail laying eggs, that's a pretty good ratio. For only 3 of them not to be fertile out of 18. Now as far as why 6 of them didn't hatch, this is my first time using this. Like I said, it ain't got no humidity gauge. You can add one on it. I'll probably get one and add on it so I can kind of watch the humidity next time. I did open it up and get the quails out the next morning so I could put them in a brooder. But I opened it quickly, got them out and put it back in, and the temperature was stable. So I don't know if that affected it that much or what. But overall, for what I bought the little incubator for, and that was my first time to ever hatch quail eggs ever. I've never hatched quail eggs. I've hatched chicken eggs, but I've used one of the old styrofoam style incubators back when I was doing that. And sometimes my ratio really wasn't no better than what just happened on the quail eggs. So I don't really know what what the expectations is on the ratio of hatching in these little portable incubators. But overall, like I said, for what I bought it for, I'm not trying to hatch out a bunch. I'm just playing around. Me and my grandson have something to do and hatch out a few chick eggs every now and then. I think it done all right. But y'all can decide on yourself there. Or if you see something I've done wrong, please leave in the comments. Or if you've used this, please leave in the comments about how much water I should have added, or maybe I shouldn't have added no more until today I've stopped turning eggs. I'm not sure. I found so much different stuff online about hatching quails. Most of them were saying they'd hatch on day 18. And you can see mine was on 8 of them on day 16, and one of them was just a few hours late. I'd call that 16 and a half days maybe. But anyway, guys, I hope this little video helps somebody decide if they want one of them little Magicfly incubators, or just showing you how it works. But thanks for watching. God bless and have a great day.